Going? Welcome to All the News. My name is Adam. That's right. And we're looking at a few things today. Some very interesting news on the movie front. And there's a lot of questions going on in Hollywood. The question being, can they survive with this woke content that they keep pushing out and everybody just rejects and doesn't go and see anything because it's just awful? Because nobody wants to be lectured. Literally nobody. Unless you're some sort of blue-haired freakazoid from Twitter, nobody likes being told they're this, that and the other when you pay money for it and you go to the cinema. Who's going to pay for that? Nobody. That's who's going to get. Nobody is going to pay for that, and they're not paying for it, and they're not going, and the films are collapsing, and it's just shambles. Something's got to be done. So let's have a little look. We've got bounding into comics here. And there's rumour that there's going to be a new Harry Potter film. Not a spin-off, not a new sort of Fantastic Beasts spin-off type thing. No. Back to the original books. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Recasting. So new Harry Potter, new Hermione, new Ron, new everything. And we're going to have a new Harry Potter franchise, it says. Oh, very interesting indeed. So we got, this is on the heels of David Zaslav. He's the CEO of Discovery. He says he wants to pursue the Harry Potter franchise. And that was during the 2022 third quarter earnings call. This is back in November. He said, we've got a lot of franchises going on. We want to make the best use of them. And then if you come down to this little section here, it says, nearly 2 months after these comments, the new rumour about the Harry Potter film franchise getting rebooted comes from known scooper, good word, and leaker, scooper and leaker, I wouldn't want to be described that way myself, WDW Pro, either that he's into light machine oil, I don't know. He posted to Twitter, WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery, is reportedly looking to reboot the Harry Potter film franchise, including recastings. Everything's going to get reshot. We're going to have new Harry, new Hermione. Oh, she was sanctimonious, but she's always right, so that's all right. In the next 3 to 5 years, we will release some details of how I became aware of this information presented by a source on the Valiant Renegade channel tomorrow morning, he concluded. And there's a little, this is the channel he's talking about, and they're saying there's going to be a new adaptation of J.K. Rowling's first 7 Harry Potter books. We're not talking about Fantastic Beasts. We're not talking about some of these ancillary Harry Potter things. We're talking about what is referred to inside the industry as core Harry Potter, the original 7 books. So that's going to be amazing. He's made it even clearer. You're looking at that original cast: Harry, Hermione, Ron, new cast, starting over within the next 3 to 5 years. So we're going to stay tuned to that because that's going to be amazing. Goblets of Fire. Oh, it's going to be pretty good. What else is going on? Oh, we're looking at this thing. New York Times. Hollywood is having second thoughts about going woke, they're saying. Tinseltown insiders fear that the get woke, go broke critics may be right after all. And here we've got some rainbow warriors with their LGBTQ plus and in the thing, which is better than usual. Normally it's arseless chaps and cock rings all round. But the fall of mega producer Harvey Weinstein did more than usher in Hollywood's Me Too era. The industry embraced a woke revolution, catering to the far left's demands regarding diversity, equity, equity, and more. Weinstein's fate and the 2020 death of George Floyd following an altercation with Minneapolis police coaxed the industry to embrace hyper-diverse casting, censorship, and identity politics run wild. Now, according to the New York Times, Tinseltown has got some sizable regrets on the matter. As you can imagine, they're hosing money. It's just going down the drain like crazy. The blockbuster story couldn't get many people to speak on the record. Well, no, there's a veil of secrecy and cunningness going on, and a shroud of misdirection, and this feeling that you're not allowed to talk about something that's blatantly obvious. There's still significant fear of betraying the woke mindset in public. It's very Orwellian, all this stuff. The reporters chatted with more than 24 anonymous insiders. You see what I mean? They have to be anonymous, hidden from like plain sight. You can't even tell the truth to people. Top studio execs, agents, activists, marketers, producers, to learn how things have changed since 2017. And to the paper's shock, how a return to normal, that's in speech marks because normal is now in speech marks, may be coming soon. far left Times newspaper can't frame this as a success and profitability. No, no, no. This has to be regression and sadness and sorrow and horror. But oh no, can't have more woke. But the real story: woke doesn't pay the bills, and it makes you go broke, and it doesn't keep the lights on. That's right. Woke broke movies. We've already learned this via Netflix, which is currently down 50% share price, and Warner Brothers Discovery, aren't they down 30? I might have to check that. And Disney are themselves down 45%. That's the entire value of Disney is dropped by 45% in a year. The entire value of Netflix is down by 50% in 1 year. It's appalling. The powerhouse companies have been cancelling woke content as fast as they can possibly do it because they're collapsing and tightening their belts during the Biden recession. Netflix has ditched a project spearheaded by professional victim, there she is, Meghan Markle, and anti-racist author Ibram X. Kendi. Warner Brothers Discovery famous bailed on Batgirl, there she is, another uber woke project considered so inferior the company would rather take a £90 million loss and write it off as a tax loss. That's just shocking and appalling. Appalling and shocking, that's what's going on there. The New York Times expose, there should be an accent over there, shares far more of what's happening behind the scenes. One film exec cops to hiring nothing but women and people of colour in recent years. That exec admits some of these employers weren't up to the task at hand. But they ticked the box, and that was the most important thing, not ability and able to do the job. Others worried the woke makeover embraced by Hollywood was a financial failure. No, you do surprise me. They have lost $500 billion in the last year. This is Hollywood. Hollywood as a whole has lost $500 billion, $1/2 of $1 trillion in a year, due to shocking films. And they point to terrible ticket sales for films like Bros, Jesus Christ, the first gay rom-com from a major studio, and Easter Sunday, a comedy positioned as a watershed moment for Filipino representation, because that's what the American public want. Ms. Marvel, and you notice Ms. Marvel, to make sure that it's a feminist Ms. Marvel, a critically adored Disney Plus series about a teenage Muslim superhero, was lightly viewed. So, such a good phrase. It was lightly viewed. Yeah, that guy died. He was lightly stabbed, according to Nielsen's measurements. A list of the woke flops is considerable. It's a lot longer than this, for sure. It's a lot longer. But anyway, we'll start with a few here. Charlie's Angels, appalling. Booksmart, Terminator Dark Fate, appalling. Party of Five, Eternals, appalling. Bird of Prey, Margot Robbie, appalling. Lightyear, Ghostbusters, appalling. Appalling. Jesus, that's bad, that one. Insiders that didn't help that Time's Up, the organisation championed by Hollywood's brightest stars to prevent sexual abuse, imploded following a series of monumental missteps. Also, there's accusations against this organisation. I don't think that's the issue at hand. Actually, a lot of people don't know this organisation or any of this stuff, but they do know wokery when they see it, and they don't like it. But we're talking about Time's Up. The group ignored serious allegations about Democrat presidential candidate Joe Biden, counselled Governor Andrew Cuomo, a Democrat, on how to deal with serious allegations of sexual misconduct. I would say they're pointing at bias. Looked past other Democrats accused of sexual abuse, like Virginia LT governor. Does that mean lieutenant? Do not know. Justin Fairfax, LT. Reality is setting, and Aladdin producer Dan Lin says woke optics are getting the heave-ho. It's not even reality, it's just to be seen as woke. A recession is coming, budgets are tightening, people don't like wokery, and I'm worried that diversity is going to be the first thing that goes. Diversity's never been the problem. It's this finger wagging, it's this lecturing, it's all the rest of it. It's that stuff that people don't like. And the story also notes that Me Too targets, like Johnny Depp, falsely accused of defamation, cleared his name, John Lasseter of Pixar fame, don't know, and James Franco, he's done all sorts of stuff, are finding new gigs after sitting in timeout for a spell. Well, not really. He won his case against a known defamer. It gets worse for the enlightened Hollywood ecosystem. There's an oxymoron enlightened and Hollywood in the same sentence. There's a risk that go woke, go broke jokes could calcify into conventional Hollywood wisdom. By that we mean go woke, go broke is not a joke, it's just a fact. And it could become conventional wisdom. So if you do go broke, it's because you went woke, basically. They've lost so much money. I mean, we've said this to them for so long. We've said, if you don't keep doing this, you're going to lose money. And they went, whatever. And now they've lost loads of money to a point where they're going to collapse. They're going to get sold. Disney is at risk of being bought by Apple. Elon Musk is looking at Disney. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, the whole of Disney could be split up, assets stripped and shut down because of wokery, because of your desperate need to tell people what to do and what to say and what to think. Shameful. Shameful. America has no problem with diversity. It lines up for the racially diverse Fast and Furious franchise. There's some F's there. The upcoming Black Panther Wakanda Forever is on track to earn $175 million. Forced diversity, mid-film lectures. It's not mid-film, it's the whole film. And an emphasis on finger wagging over narrative. Exactly. Do you want to pay to go and watch a film to be told you're this, that and the other? Who's going to turn up for that? The answer is not many people. And so they lose money. These finger wagging are anathema to modern audiences, and Hollywood has had to learn the lesson the hard way, and they've lost so much money because of it. Shameful amounts of money because of their wokery and their brokery. Brokery. And let's have a look at one of the leading exponents of the wokery brokery gang. It's Margot Robbie. There she is. She's got the beauty, the talent, the media adoration. She can't draw a crowd. Nobody wants to go and see this shenanigans by this woman. I have a feeling that she's part of this triumvirate of evil with her, Cara Delevingne and Amber Heard. Those three are these the sea witches, as I like to call them. And I think there's a lot of people who don't like them because of this. But that might be my personal opinion, and I'm sticking to it. It's brutal. Starring in one of the year's most notorious flops, Margot Robbie knows the feeling not once, not twice, but a lot more than actually. The 32-year-old Oscar nominee headlined Amsterdam in October. The film, directed by Russell, cast Robbie as a nurse. Don't know, never saw it. In the early part of the 20th century, alongside co-stars Christian Bale and John David Washington. The film flopped hard. No, I shouldn't laugh, but I'm going to. And may cost its studio $80 to $100 million. Jesus Christ, man. Still flops happening. Yeah, okay. Especially with auteurs, such a weird word, like Russell, who like swinging for the fences. There's a lot of colourful language here. So there's a little picture of something you didn't go and see, and I didn't go and see. It couldn't happen to Robbie again, could it? It certainly could. So Babylon, which cast Robbie as an aspiring actress in Hollywood's early days, may make Amsterdam look successful by comparison. That's not good. The film co-starring Brad Pitt, he's past it, made $3.5 million. Is that it? $3.5 million over the Christmas weekend. Historically a ripe time for a film to open. I mean, it's the best time possible, isn't it, over the Christmas period? $3.5 million. Whew. Babylon's price tag reported around $80 million. Means the film will cost its studio plenty like Amsterdam before it. Yeah, they do say production costs and marketing costs are the same. So if it costs $80 million to produce, it's another 80 to market. That's 160, and it's made 3.5. Oh my God! Let's have a look at the Babylon. This is the box office mojo. This gives us some figures. So we're looking at worldwide, across the whole world, it's made 4.8. Let's be generous. Call that $5 million. It's made. Ooh, that's really bad. It's 3 hours 8 minutes long. Jesus, that's a lot. And it's dropping off the charts already. And yeah, so 80 and 160. So what, a loss of $155 million. Whew. That's some big cheddar, that is. That's some big cheddar going on. The nation's Arctic blast certainly didn't help theatre attendance, indeed, but that didn't stop Avatar, no, The Way of Water, from earning an additional $90 million over the same span. There's the old Blue Smurfs. The Way of Water has generated a literal shit ton of money, $855 million making it the 5th highest grossing movie of 2022 in 10 days. People love the Blue Smurfs. So what else is going on? So Amsterdam earned 6.4 million on its opening weekend, considered a terrible number at the time, given its cast and Russell's track record. So brilliant. This isn't the only time a Robbie vehicle crashed at the box office. Bird of Prey, the 2020 film featuring the starlet, well, that's being generous, as Harley Quinn, similarly stalled. The film earned just 84 million stateside, an atrocious figure for a superhero style affair. Well, that's a good question. How much that earned? 84 million stateside. If we look at how much money did Birds of Prey going to lose? 84. They're saying on this, they're saying a loss of 20 to 30 million after marketing. Yeah, so 20 to 30 based on current projections and ratios. And this is on this box office Reddit. So again, a loss of another 30 million on something that was big. I mean, I've heard of it. People have heard of it, unlike some of these other films. So again, earning just 84 is appalling when it's a superhero film. What was the next one? She played the character once again in Suicide Squad. The second attempt to bring Harley Quinn as a superhero villain saga to the screen. The ensemble caper, released simultaneously on HBO Max and theatres during the pandemic's second year, brought in 55 million. How much did Suicide Squad lose? So Suicide Squad made 167 million at the box office against a production budget of 185. Oh my God, that's terrible. Because the production budget is 185. You've got to double that. 34, that's what, 370 million. 370 million minus 167, 37. That's 200 million. It lost $200 million. Honestly, this woman is a money bonfire. She just burns money. Other people's money with terrible stuff. 200 million. Wowzers. She was front and centre in I, Tonya, black comedy. But that she got Oscar nomination. It only earned 30 million at the box office. So, it could only earn a 30 million profit. And I had a little look at the I, Tonya production cost. They're saying it was 11 million was the production cost. Yeah, budget 11 million estimated. Gross worldwide 53. If you double that budget for marketing, 22, 53. So 30 million profit. So she's actually made some profit for once. Her indie film Terminal didn't even appear on Box Office Mojo. It doesn't have enough numbers. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood did well, but Legend of Tarzan failed. The whole thing with her is very hit and miss, and it's mostly miss, to be honest. It's mostly really, really expensive misses, and it's not good. So they're saying, where does that leave Robbie's next major film, Barbie? I don't know, not great. I'm not going to go and see Barbie. Are you going to go see Barbie? Is this Barbie aimed at little kids? I mean, it's a toy. 2023 comedy, cast the actress as the iconic toy. So far, the project has generated sizable social media buzz, but is that going to translate into actual ticket sales? That's the difference. Barbie hails from existing intellectual property, which is a toy beloved over the decades by generations of young girls. But are people going to go and see the film? Are guys going to go and see the film? No. No, they're not. Like, no male that I know is going to go and see Barbie. They're just not going to. And it's just, no. It doesn't matter who plays Barbie in the film. It would draw a crowd of girls and out-earn Babylon and Amsterdam combined if girls go and see it. And that's even if the film disappoints, which is always a very, very real possibility. She's had a terrible 2022, and it's just the latest sign. Movie stars no longer guarantee ticket sales. No, they really don't, especially for Margot Robbie, Cara Delevingne, and of course, the Sea Witch herself, Amber Heard. So let me know your thoughts and about various rumours about Harry Potter coming out, new Harry Potter, and has Hollywood had enough of the wokery? Have they finally gone brokery? I think they have. And is Margot Robbie box office poison? I think she really is. her and her two friends. Let me know your thoughts. Like and subscribe for more movie news, and I will catch you guys later.